gentlemen, welcome to the Holy Joe Rock and Roll Show, live and unscripted.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm very sorry that I'm late. I thought I'd be here at 8 p.m. Central European Time. It is 12:37 a.m. Central European Time, so it's actually Thursday, the 17th of January, where I'm at. Funny thing happened on the way to work one day when my boss said, you're supposed to be here at 7. And I said, I got here at 7. He said, no, you didn't. I said it was 7 p.m. somewhere. Anyhow, thank you. I'll be here all night. Thank you. Today I want to talk about Brexit and Theresa May and the disaster known as Theresa May. But first, let me pop out the chat window. Excuse me for a second. You have to see this. Pop out chat. Boom. Slide that over. Switch back. Okay. So I got the chat open. So what's basically been happening is a lot of things don't make sense. The British people voted for Brexit. They want to get out of the European Union. The British people never were really gung-ho about joining Europe. I mean, it's for historical reasons. Britain always was kind of basically off to the side. It's an island nation off to the side, right? It always has been. And, you know, maybe thank God they didn't go with the European currency. The EU kept their own currency, tried to keep their own sovereignty, because the EU has become a shit show. It's become the Fourth Reich. It's become the European USSR. And we're seeing it, what's happening. The countries are standing up to the EU, like the Visegrad Four, with respect to Muslim immigration, forced Muslim immigration, and other LGBT bullshit that's being pushed by these globalists. But Theresa May was a Remainer. That means she was someone who she was not in favor of Brexit, and yet she's the Prime Minister. That makes no sense. It makes no sense that, someone, imagine hiring somebody who doesn't want to do the job to do a certain job. It just makes no sense. We're going to get into it. But first, I guess these are some tweets. Donald Tusk, who used to be the Polish Prime Minister, who's now the EU co-president. Donald Tusk, if you're out there, man, dude, did you have somebody review this tweet who's a native English speaker? I mean, I know you speak English, but this doesn't make any sense. He tweeted out, and I quote, "If a deal is impossible and no one wants no deal, then who will finally have the courage to say what the only positive solution is?" I mean, dude, it's a double negative. It's a double negative. I know in Polish, you can use a double negative and it means a positive, like I didn't not do it. Ja nic nigdy tak robić. Like I didn't never do it. Didn't never do it. That means you did it in English, right? So is that the issue here? When and no one wants no deal. Who no one wants no deal? That makes no sense. Donald Tusk, I'm sorry, you need to get that reviewed. The Sun, Theresa May's EU deal is dead after she suffered the largest Commons defeat in history. So basically, the Commons, like whoever these, I don't even understand the parliamentary system there in the UK, but she came up with some plan. It was like 600 pages long, was very convoluted, and they voted it down. Rejected by 230 votes. It just makes no sense, man. And I'm going to get into some more details. So, dude, this is crazy. These quotes that are being attributed to her from the BBC. Theresa May says MPs, members of Parliament, must work together to deliver Brexit. Are you out of your gourd? Are you out of your mind? The MPs must work together to deliver Brexit. Yeah, work together. They want Brexit. What are you doing? What happened to your eye? Who scratched your eye over there? Your right eye. What is? You see that? Do you see that? Can you see that? What the freak happened to you? Somebody punch you in the eye? Yeah, 325 to 306. She survived a no confidence vote by, what is that, by 19 votes? Man, she almost got booted. Why wouldn't you boot this woman? Why wouldn't you boot this woman and ask for new elections? Get somebody in there who wants Brexit and will deliver Brexit. MPs must work together for Brexit. I thought your job is to deliver Brexit. Why aren't you delivering Brexit? And here's why. I don't mean to repeat myself. I did another video earlier where I did research, deep dive into the British economy and how much the UK imports from the EU and vice versa. How much do they import? How much do they export? It turns out that the UK, I mean, do you guys know this, UK people, British people? You guys import more than twice as much, on average, from the European Union than you export to. Do you understand? You're holding all the cards from an economic standpoint. If you were to just say, okay, you know what? We're going to stop buying European stuff. What would happen? I mean, you would just make the stuff yourself. You would find a substitute, right? Or you'd buy it from another country outside of the EU, like the USA perhaps. Your greatest ally, hello, saved your ass twice, World War I, World War II, huh? So think about that. How easy would that be? You say, okay, you don't want us to Brexit? You don't want to let us get out? Well, we're going to stop buying your shit. Now, you can talk about, globalization and how these countries are all integrated and whatnot. It's so easy to make substitutions and changes. So all parties to put self-interest aside. What is self-interest? People want Brexit. People want to get out of the European Union. They want to have control over their borders. They don't want to be dictated to by unelected bureaucrats in Brussels. So why don't you understand that? So what I'm saying is that any demands from the EU against Britain are just laughable. You guys are holding all the cards. Just like when Trump says that about China, it's so true. When China has a $330 billion surplus, trade surplus, meaning that America buys $330 billion more from China than China buys from the United States. The United States is holding all the cards. We can just stop buying their shit or put tariffs on everything. So, it's difficult for me to understand what's happening here. What happened here? Am I broadcasting? Yeah, okay, it's moving. There's some issues here. Let's try to see if we can get this here. All right. Cool. So, based upon my analytics, I think the number 3 or 4th group of people who are watching my channel are from the UK. It's really neck and neck between the United States and Poland, and then the UK is, I think, third or 4th. The Yazzie says Tusk speaks ghetto English. Apparently so. So, at least he's trying. So, BBC Radio 5 live 10 hours ago says, could the UK now stay in the customs union? Just as Dave Gauki refused 6 times to say whether Theresa May could now change her Brexit policy in her interview. What the freak? course the UK could stay in the customs union if they wanted to. Right? If you wanted to. It's really messed up. I just having trouble understanding the difficulty. I mean, in the same way, we are having trouble understanding why the Democrats won't pony up $5 billion to build the mother effing wall. We have the same Congress, or the previous Congress, voted for $32 billion over 10 years to give to Israel so that they can have security, which includes funding for their wall. But they won't pony up $5 billion, a one-time $5 billion amount, so the United States can build a wall on the southern border, a physical barrier. I mean, again, these things just don't make any sense. It's politics. There's got to be some other thing. What is driving this? What is driving this? And, you know, on the one hand, you want to think that these politicians are stupid. They're either stupid or they're corrupt or they're both, right? That's really the only explanation. How could they be this stupid that they wouldn't protect their people unless they have some kind of economic or political imperative? Corbyn says a no deal must be taken off the table. What does that mean? A no deal. 1 hour ago. We'll stop no deal. What does that mean? No deal. What does that mean? A people's vote must now... Oh, what do they want to do another vote? Man, these guys are sick. These people are sick. Oh my God, man. We're hearing... we'll stop no deal. Oh, no deals. They're going to... The Chancellor Philip Hammond has reportedly told business leaders that the threat of no-deal Brexit could be taken off the table in a number of days. The Telegraph reported that Hammond said this could potentially lead to Article 50 being rescinded, therefore extending the period of Britain's membership in the EU, according to a leaked recording of a conference call. Man. When asked for assurances from the head of Tesco that the government would not oppose such a motion, apparently suggested that ministers may even back the plan. He went on to explain how a backbench bill could stymie the prospect of no deal. Freak? What are you saying? You're going to just not make a Brexit deal and so you can stay in the European Union? Man, guys. Enough the stiff upper lip. Get angry. Get freaking angry, man. Some more propaganda. What is that? Brexit sent off. So that's happening on. That's what's happening. That's what's in the news. Wrecker Corbyn slams door on Theresa. What is this, man? I'm getting all this junk just flooding my page here. The Guardian. It's a left-wing rag. Bye-bye. So I would encourage you, if you're British, to contact your PMs and tell them, dude, make this happen. Make the Brexit happen. Make it happen for the captain, because you're the captain. You understand? I'm holyjoe Rock and Roll, reminding you to always make it happen for the captain. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. If you have some comments, down below. Leave your comments down below. And if you're new to this channel, please hit that subscribe button and hit the bell to be notified for new videos. I'm trying to get up to 4,000. Guess we're getting close to 3,000 subscribers. Let's get these numbers up. And I'm planning, at least for the near term, to do at least one live stream video on something in the news every day. All right? So thanks again for watching. Thanks again for listening. This has been holyjoe Rock and Roll, reminding you to always make it happen for the captain, because you're the captain. Thank you again for watching. Hit that subscribe button. Thumb it up. Comment. HJRR Rock and Roll live and unscripted in the news.